always comes back to this.
You always come back to Couch Coop. But you don't sub, do you? Can you commit, please, people? Come on. We are going to look at Housemarques' newest title that is coming out next year. We do have a long time. Figured it's worth having a scrape, seeing what's out there, because it is a bit of a blank canvas on a gameplay front at the moment. We have a nice trailer, which I will show in its entirety at the end of the video. I will blab over this bit.
This moment. This choice.
Celine Vassos is the name of the protagonist in Returnal, and Housemarques have made it very clear that this is a new IP. But upon looking at other people who've made similar content about this game, there's a lot of ideas that this is a sort of spiritual sequel, maybe in parallel, connected somehow to what's going on in Returnal, or what went on in Returnal. There's a focus on restarting again, doing things over and over, but they also push the message that this is about getting more powerful on death. So we do have some roguelike elements. Some of this power-up or system may stay with you after you actually croak. Returnal does not have that. You're stripped of every goddamn perk you ever came across immediately.
You are here, and I will find you.
I think it's safe to say that this is going to be a bullet hell third-person shooter. We can't be sure. They may even take a step to make it first-person, but I very much doubt they're going to rock that boat. If you've played Returnal, you know it's like its own thing. There's not a lot of video games out there that are anything like it, and it's actually one of my favourite PlayStation 5 games, and was a system exclusive on launch. Kind of rocked everyone's world because Housemarques traditionally made AA, sometimes local co-op, but lower budget video game. A little bit like the Helldivers situation, where they made an incredible local co-op first edition of the game and then completely stabbed us all in the back with an online-only AAA shooter. But it's a great game. Housemarques announced this in February. Pretty sure it's going to be exclusive and include PS5 Pro enhancements. We'll have to by 2026. There's actually quite a lot of information on the standard company website about the backstory, about the planet, about the protagonist, and really the whole time it keeps reinstating this whole comeback stronger mantra, which seems to be all over all of the PR material. And we are completely devoid of gameplay at this stage. On that trailer, when you look at his eye and he's facing that monstrosity in front of him, you see these golden projectiles sort of coming out in the reflection. And I think we're going to see a very similar system to Returnals, but just with this nice difference in palette. The same thing kind of goes for Housemarques X-Post. There's nothing extra on here that we haven't seen on that landing page. They just drill home a lot of the points covered in that synopsis. And talking of the main protagonist or character themselves, this is highly likely to be set in the same universe as Returnal. I'm noticing some similarities with some of the colour schemes on his suit and his attire, and also the weapon that he's using. It seems to have an alternate fire mode. You see him flick a switch and those barrels realign.
I know that you are here, and I will find you.
I think it's probably worth talking about the enemies that we see in this short trailer. They seem a lot more visceral and real than the stuff in Returnal. There's a neon, almost sort of jellyfish-like untactile look to most of the stuff that comes after you in Returnal. With this, I'm getting an almost Hindu-esque vibe. There seems to be jewelry on the enemies, aligning with what the protagonist is wearing, and all the arms and the backlit crown. It's quite a distinctive angle, and I like it. It marries up really well with the palette, and it totally looks like a different direction with what you're fighting compared to Returnal.
Madness reigns. Then everything begins again.
Just on the subject of Returnal, whereabouts are you up to in that game, Coop? Yeah, I have broached this topic before. I will link to the video. I think in the Housemarques head office, when they print out all of their stats for the players and achievements, platinums, everything, time played, there's got to be me right at the bottom with the longest hours pumped into the game, but the least amount of achievements unlocked. And And as I have said before, I think that is testament to the game's absolutely excellent tiling and randomization map construction system that also goes with what's being thrown at you within those rooms. Will Saros follow that same setup and format? I can only hope, because it's very good. It's one of the few AAA games that actually offers a sort of roguelike indie switch up on death. I am a little gutted that we're not going to see any more massive amount of content around Returnal. This isn't 100% confirmed, but if they've got a new game on the horizon, I doubt we're going to see like DLC or even a new Ascension angle. And that brings me over to the multiplayer point. On launch, Returnal was very much a single player, even offline style campaign game, but then they pushed in some co-op online options and it totally worked. I was very impressed with how they implemented that. It didn't take anything away from the single player experience. I think Saros 100% is going to come out of the gate completely online co-op. It may even include more than one player. I'm pretty cool with it either way, unless it's compulsory like DRM and you've always got randoms annoying you, and I wonder if they'll implement something like friendly fire to even add some risk to those options. You might be aware of what's happening with a lot of AAA releases at the moment. The publishers put them under huge pressure, I think, to make them a live service game. We've got Marathon coming up. It's from the people that made Destiny 1, Halo 3, some of the best online and local co-op content on the planet, and these poor guys have got to make another PvP, always online team-based shooter. I don't envy them. Sony released Concord, it went onto the shelves and straight into the dustbin within like record time. I imagine Housemarques are under massive pressure from Sony to make sure this earns them money going forward. It's not just a one-off purchase. That's what these suits want. They want consistent revenue from us poor gamers now. It's embarrassing and it's looking really like crap money grabbing tactics at the moment, and it's just so clear that these suits have no idea what actual legacy gamers are looking for. It's kind of tragic, really. Could Saros be local co-op split screen? I'll see you down there.
It always comes back to this. This world, this moment, this choice. Every time the sun dies, madness reigns. Then everything begins again. But after every death, I always come back stronger. I know that you are here, and I will find you.